My name is Ray. I work as a medical researcher. I live with my husband, Masahiro, our twin daughters, and his mother. I get along great with my mother-in-law. I'm so glad that his mom is a good person. She looks after our daughter so I can focus on my studies like this. Then, one day I was invited. Study abroad, huh?
Yes, you're one of our most prospective researchers, so I was really hoping you'd be willing to broaden your horizon by studying abroad.
I was suggested to go study abroad in the US. I would love to go, but I have my kids and the house. I couldn't give an answer immediately, so I decided to talk to Masahiro first. That night, we had a family meeting to talk about the studying abroad opportunity.
That sounds great. You should go without worrying about us.
I'm going to be sad that you're not around, but this is a great opportunity for you. I'll be cheering for you too. My husband and his mother both said that they were happy to hear about it. I wasn't sure why Masahiro was so happy about this, though. I found out later. Masahiro was having an affair.
I'm glad she's out of the way now. If she's going to be overseas, then I don't have to worry about her walking in on me. Mom will take care of the house and kids, so that's no problem. Now I can play with my mistress as much as I want.
Masahiro must have felt this way, no doubt. However, there was a miscalculation in that. It was my mother-in-law that decided to go to the States with me. It was supposed to be just my daughters, but then when she found out about that, I'll go too. You can't work and take care of the kids. I'll take care of my grandkids just like before. She was such a blessing. We all started our new life in America. I was worried, but since we were all splitting our efforts, it wasn't that bad. I wanted to thank my mother, so I made a suggestion. Hey, how about you try going to an English class? You're always helping me out, so I'd love to help you enjoy life here. What do you say? She was incredibly happy about this suggestion. She had always been studious, but apparently she started working as a housewife as soon as she married her husband. Once she started going to her English class, she seemed to really have fun studying for the first time in a while. She studies her English textbook every night now. She was also enjoying other aspects of life in the US. I went to a church event as a volunteer today. There was a rock band, hallelujah! Oh, and your kids are off school tomorrow, so I'll take care of them. We're going to go to the park and have a picnic or something. Yet another day. Wow, that's beautiful! Thank you! I found this at a nearby store that one of our neighbors recommended. She was really starting to blend in around here. However, one phone call ruined all of this. I don't know this number. Who is it? Hello?
Hello? Is this Miss Reina? I'm Itsuki.
Mr. Itsuki was my husband's mistress's husband. I found out about his affair from this. Apparently, he got her pregnant, so Mr. Itsuki found out about the affair. After Mr. Itsuki told me the details, I decided immediately I would get a divorce. After I came overseas, he stopped calling and messaging me, so it didn't take much for me to make the decision. I divorced him, but I didn't sue either one of them for damages. I did leave him all alone as his wife. Masahiro was glad to accept the divorce offer.
I get to get away from my stupid, useless wife that's far, far away anyway. I can have my mom back, and once she comes back to her son, me, I can remarry my mistress and start over.
He was probably very optimistic about everything. He paid Mr. Itsuki for damages. I'm sure he thought that he could just remarry if he paid him off. However, his logic was wrong again. Masahiro, I'm not going home to you. A man who abandons his own kids and wife is no son of mine. She refused to go home and continued to live with me. She also was adopted into our family so that she could receive a family visa. She chose to live with her grandkids and I over her own son. After I was divorced, I had no worries about money. I need to withdraw enough money for her to be able to live comfortably as well. She can't work part-time on a family visa, so she can't open a bank account either. I'm going to give her cash as a thank you for being a babysitter. I had no problems with life without him. Then, suddenly, my ex-husband stormed my place of employment.
You brainwashed my mom! She's not your mother! She's mine!
He came screaming at me. My coworkers caught wind and he was subdued. I was injured, but just a few scratches here and there. I went to a nearby hospital, but that ended with a few bandages. Mentally, I was exhausted, but physically, I was totally fine. By the way, I didn't have to pay for the medical bill either. I was able to pay all of it off with the travel insurance I enrolled in before I came here. He was arrested immediately by the police that showed up. He was taken to a foreigner detention center where he was sent back to Japan immediately and blacklisted from entering the US. However, he was never truly prosecuted criminally. I didn't press charges in the US for some reasons, and he was charged for assault in Japan, but the charges didn't stick. Why didn't I charge him in the US? It's because the police and lawyers didn't take me seriously. Americans are just gonna see me as a foreigner. I'm sure it's nothing to them when some foreigners are just arguing with one another. But the insurance company and Japanese ambassador helped me out. I didn't know that this could happen. When a Japanese national asks for help in America, the embassy sends help. They help with the paperwork. I really have nothing but appreciation for them. However, thinking about my ex-husband, I just couldn't relax. I was terrified, and the police didn't care at all. That's so frustrating. Even in Japan, he never got charged. This is so BS. But I did love how much he'd fallen later on. He also infuriated his mother after the whole assault took place. He tried to attack me, so it makes sense. It was just me, and I wasn't injured much. But if my kids were here, it might have ended badly. He was also fired from his company. He still tried to get together with his mistress, but...
You won't marry me? And you got an abortion? Why?
I found out that this was wrong after you dumped your wife without second guessing. I'm not divorced anyway. He said he would give me another chance, and I want to try again with Mr. Asuki. His mistress gave up on the child and also started rekindling her relationship with her husband. He lost his job, his money, and his relationship all in one go. I, on the other hand, was coming up on the end of my education and getting ready to go back to Japan. He's not around in the States, so I'm safe. But I want to continue to work in Japan. I guess I need to go back. I was worried, but the company was understanding of my situation. They moved me to a location far away from where my ex-husband was. After I got back to Japan, the four of us started living together again. The twins were in elementary school now, and my mother-in-law joined an English club now that she had the time. Look at her showing off her English skills that she learned from the US. Seeing her enjoy her life makes me very happy too. We've really gotten better at English, so maybe after I retire and the kids are out of the house, we can both move to America, huh? That's true. That sounds like a wonderful retirement. We could go to the church and the parks, talk to the locals and go shopping with them. It sounds fun. Then you have to live long, okay?
Thanks for watching! Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Bye!